Here's our bag of sink fittings. I can tell which one that is. It just takes a little bit of getting used to. Like I mentioned earlier, the standard fitting is used about 90% of the time. Here's the standard fitting. It screws right on there. Okay, now once you got your sink fitting in, it's always a good idea to turn your water on. Make sure the hot's on the right side. Sometimes in a commercial building where they have a very small hot water heater, it's a good idea just turn both your hot and your cool water on. That way you get the extra water flow. Okay, each machine comes with a couple bungee cords. That's to hold the hoses on. Go ahead and undo them. Take your hoses. I like putting my arm right through the middle, and then I just slowly start feeding the hoses out. As I mentioned earlier, each machine comes with 50 feet of regular hoses. This here is a section of 50-foot extra hose. We're in a restaurant here, and so we're going to need to hook up an extra 50-foot section of hose. Now how you do that, it's very simple. All the hose ends are garden hose. You hook your red hose to your red hose. And make sure you open the valves. The biggest mistake made with this technology and this machine is people not opening the drain valves. These are the supply valves. This is a drain valve. Clear hose is a drain line. If you leave a valve closed, I'll explain later what happens. Not anything good can happen if you leave one of these things closed. They're closed when they're facing this way. They're open when they're running parallel to the hose. Okay, now we're ready to hook our hoses to the faucet. At the end of each section hose is garden hose swivel. Our sink fitting that we've already installed, what it does is it converts the aerator threads on the faucet into garden hose threads. So we just take our garden hose connector here, tighten it onto the sink fitting, and then turn your hot water on. When you turn your hot water on, make sure you open it all the way. Go with the flow. Okay. Here's your drain hose. Now it's closed. It must be open. Open your drain valve. Remember, that's the biggest mistake people make. And just lay it in the sink. Now you're ready to operate. Prior to extraction, it's very important to vacuum carton. And here we go. Okay, we're all hooked up. We're ready to start cleaning some rug. Before we do that, we need to understand how this control panel works. You have a vacuum switch here. That turns the vacuum. It turns the vacuum motor on. You got two jet spray switches. You got a push button that turns the water on, and you also have a toggle. The reason for having two switches, it's a thing of preference. Some people find it easier to use a push button. Some people like the toggle better. And so the last button on here is a defoamer button, and this allows the liquid defoamer in here, when the vacuum motor is on, the vacuum inside the recovery tank will suck the defoamer out of this bottle down this tube right into the recovery tank when you hit this switch. So when my vacuum motor's on, remember, it's the vacuum that empowers that system. It sucks it into the recovery tank. So now we're ready to extract. When we extract, we just turn the vacuum motor on, hit a jet spray button, put a little bit of lift in the handle just so the nose of the machine stays firmly on the carpet, and then we just walk backwards at a rate of about 1 to 2 feet per second. If it's pretty dirty, stay towards the 1 foot per second. But if it's not too dirty, you can go about 2 feet per second. So we just turn the vacuum on. Now you'll notice there, I let go of the switch and I continue to pull the machine a couple inches. That just sucks up any excess moisture. So go ahead and watch me real close on this one. I turn the vacuum motor on. Now that's showing you how to extract. Notice I overlapped my cleaning passes a couple inches. Now right now we have not used any pre-spray. This carpet's pretty dirty, so we're going to go ahead and put a mild pre-spray down on it. This is your pre-spray hose. It's 33 feet long. Always remember, do not snap this in to the coupler here until you have unwound it. As soon as you snap it into that coupler, it's going to pressurize it, and it's going to fight you like a snake. So what you want to do is just unroll it. Okay, we've got a pre-spray hose unwound. Next thing we do, this is a brass quick connect. You just pull the sleeve back. Just pull it straight back. And you snap it right into the plug. Then on the other end of your pre-spray hose, you got another brass quick connect. You just pull the sleeve back, snap it right into the dial mix applicator. Now it's very important that we've got it's restaurant carpet. It's not terribly dirty, but the one thing we don't want to do is over apply soap. And so the settings on the Steamin sprayer, well, you can turn it completely off. And it goes from 1 to 21. On this carpet here, because it's only average dirty, I'm going to set it on about a 9. And if you want to know what 9 means on the bottle, under 9 it will tell you ounces per gallon. If you go to 9, underneath there it's 1.5 ounces per gallon. The last thing you want to do is over apply soap. You got, in general, you just pre-spray lightly. Now if you got some heavy areas, you get down closer. If you got a spot or two, you can get right down on it, hit it, kick it in, and just pre-spray your carpet. Your pre-spray hose is 33 feet long, so you can pre-spray a very, very big area with it. When you're done pre-spraying, all you do, you disconnect your hose from the machine, and you just pull the pre-spray hose away from where you're cleaning, say to the next area that you're going to be cleaning. You unsnap it from the pre-spray bottle and just set the pre-spray bottle down. Now if you don't unsnap it from the pre-spray bottle, it sometimes will fall over on you. And there is a little vent hole in here and it will leak. You don't want that to happen. So you just unsnap it, pull it out of your way. It's also a good idea to carry a grooming brush with you. After you pre-spray, you can do it real fast.